Like a lot of people, you're ready for this year to get out of town and turn the chapter to the next. But 2020 had some pretty okay moments too. "2020 in a lot of ways was a dumpster fire of a year. A global pandemic seemingly shuts down the music industry, protests from civil rights issues to politics, and a host of other bad news that really doesn't need to be repeated. But what about the good things that happened this year? Here's a few things that didn't suck. Depending how you found me, there are a few different departments to my music business. The first, helping people find a better way to improvise. Earlier in 2020, I took a few etudes from my first book and made a play-along, which you can find here, and gave away the sheet music. Along with this YouTube channel, that's probably where most of you know me from. One of my passions is helping people connect the dots in soloing in a way that honestly made sense for me. From there, a few of you ended up taking lessons or joined my members area. But once the pandemic really started hitting the music industry, many of my students were financially affected and didn't have the resources to either continue lessons or even stay inside the members area. So a few of you ended up getting free lessons, and for a month earlier in the year, everyone had free access to the members area. I realize it's not much, but it was something I could do to help remove a burden while still giving you an opportunity to learn. It was so well received that we ended up leaving a free 7-day trial in place. The members area also added a new course on creative jazz composition in the summer, which combines the targeting method with how I compose music. A few of you had some really cool aha moments after working through that one. Okay, one of the other facets of what I do, and where the rest of you probably know me from, is performances with my own groups like Jay's Ruckus and the Jason Klobnak Quartet, as well as freelance work in local Denver area groups. Jay's Ruckus released our second full-length album called Suck Less, right as the pandemic hit. Yet so many of you have continued to support that album all the way through the year. We know because we see the streaming stats as well as your purchases. Jay's Ruckus was supposed to have a pretty decent performance schedule this year. Quite a few club dates and a jazz festival. And like every other musician out there, all of those dates were canceled. Ambitious as we are, we didn't let that stop us. We took advantage of our stay-at-home situation. We wrote and remotely recorded an EP called The Quarantine Sessions. Each of us recorded our parts and videoed ourselves at the same time. We put it all together and then did a virtual release event. Some of you were there, and we want to thank you for being a part of that as well. As the weather got warmer and restrictions began to lift, we were invited by a local jazz club in Denver called Dazzle for Jay's Ruckus to do a live stream from one of our favorite recording studios called Mighty Fine. You can watch that one or parts of it right there. Later on in the summer, there were a few freelance outdoor gigs, outdoor weddings, a unique pedicab gig. And a fun series with the Jason Klobnak Quartet outside in various communities, playing on the back of a large flatbed trailer. You can check out some of those right here. While the number of performances weren't anywhere near what they would have been without the pandemic, it was definitely a blessing to be able to perform in some capacity. We're all looking forward to those days coming soon. If you'd like to check out Jay's Ruckus or the JKQ, there are links in the description below where you can see and hear us, as well as some of our merch items like these. The last phase of what I do week in and week out is teaching at a local college here in the Denver area, called Arapahoe Community College. I teach a full part-time job in music theory, jazz history, brass instruction, and during 2020, we have added a music business certificate. Classes that cover everything from marketing, publishing, project management, the business of live performance, and a whole lot more. If you're in the Denver metro area, you should definitely check out the program. And finally, what's probably the most important thing about 2020 for me. This video is released on December 30th. Today marks 20 years that I've been married to my amazing wife, Sarah. Happy anniversary. This video has been a recap of what I think are some pretty amazing things that I don't want to forget about in 2020. Are we all looking forward to next year? You bet. But I hope you take some time to find a few good things that did happen this year and think about those. Leave a comment below and let me know some of your favorite moments. If this was the year that you discovered Jay's Ruckus, or you joined the targeting members area, let others know down below. My name is Jason Klobnak, and I look forward to seeing what 2021 has in store for all of us next year.